rehearsal dinner. Congratulations to Coach Stone, Stephen Stone, the brother. I believe it is his brother.
Yeah,
I believe
it's his younger brother.
So we got second one. We can do pretty much what we want, and I think what we're going to want to do is hand it off up the middle to Lamond Greer, who's not been touched, and he's going to go into touchdown land. Hurricanes with 6 more, and methodical. And again, earlier I was talking, Galen, about how the Wildcats were still bouncing around a little bit, and their sideline was still a little peppy, but got a lot of crossed arms over there, a lot of heads kind of sinking down a little bit. But again, you just got to do what you're supposed to do, and that's score points. We're not really going after them, so to speak, but just right up the middle. You can't say much more. The snap, the place, the kick, the point. One more for Cameron Carter. I tell you what, if they don't put Logan in and they keep scoring touchdowns, Cameron may catch Logan.
That offensive line still creating large holes, and Lamond Greer doing a nice job of staying behind his pads, behind his shoulder pads, and just firing off, getting down the field. On the sidelines, you see some very excited young men, starting to see some young men being put together that aren't our starters, beginning to prep themselves to go in. It's very important to be able to do this time of year, to be able to allow some of the younger players to get some experience.
Absolutely. You certainly don't wish this on any of these fine young men, but just one mistake, one injury, one sprained ankle, one twisted knee, one slight concussion where the doctors and the TSSAA force you to sit, and it's playoff time. You need experienced, tried and true backup, so to speak.
And Peyton Manning says there is no replacement for on the field learning. You learn more about the game playing in the games.
All right, so Cameron blew his streak at 5. So here he goes. Let's see if he can get another one started. And I'm going to say yes, he did. This one going back about 4 yards into the end zone, where it'll be Hixson's ball, 1st and 10 at the, you guessed it, the 20. 3:36 to go in the third quarter. And here's a good example, Galen. The clock is going, even though they're changing possession. And the game does speed up, and I believe it's a very good rule. Nobody wants to be humiliated, and it doesn't do much good for the team just racking up the points to just keep pouring it on. Even though we're running kind of a vanilla offense right up the middle, off guard, off tackle. But, if you're still blowing a hole out, you're still putting points up, and it's just not good. So Hixson with a swing pass to number 33. Looked like that was Alante Novine, trying to get him sprung, as he's very dangerous. But, again, good coverage, good defense, and it's a pickup of 5.
Hixson just has not been able to get him into the game plan the way they probably would have hoped. Dangerous player like him.
So it'll be Hixson's ball, and 2nd and 5. Looks like Gatewood creeping up for a quick blitz. Handoff to the Hixson tailback, 34, Kedrick. Bradley taking it wide left, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds just short of the 30. It'll be 3rd and, we'll say, 2.
We see a number of replacements coming in now. Not replacements, but guys that normally don't start. And they're beginning to cycle through and work along the defensive line in various positions on defense.
For example, Michael Price, a senior, coming in to play nose guard for the Canes. Love to see the seniors get in, Galen.
Absolutely.
At all times.
Especially the seniors who have been around this program from the beginning. This is the
they
group that were freshmen in our early years when we weren't winning very often, when we were on the other side of some of these lopsided games, who just kept grinding it out, establishing the tone of the program, being an example to the younger players. These are guys that will always be remembered for their contribution to building the East Hamilton football program.
Absolutely. That was Martez Dura, shoestring tackle on the Wildcats, Pearden. So it'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats on the 35 with 1:14 to go in the third. And Kedrick Bradley taking it up the middle for a quick, I'll call it 6-yard gain into the game for the Canes. Lots of subs, like you mentioned. Good to see some
Cody Knox coming out of the
Cody
game
Knox.
after a good night. see some of the football players and cheerleaders tonight wearing pink. Football players adding maybe some pink socks or sweatbands.
Good call into the game.
Cancer.
DeAndre Black, he's got those attractive pink socks on. I hope he doesn't hear me say that, because I certainly wouldn't want to run into him at any time when he's mad at me.
Most of the time I see DeAndre smiling. I don't know how much he smiles on the football field, but
happy-go-lucky guy. Just a
he
great
sure
attitude for Mr. Black, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Hixson. Running wide right is Jones, and there's really not a whole lot but blackness in his vision. Looks like a pickup of about 1 forward position. And that's the end of the quarter. A quick third quarter, if I would, Galen, on the live clock. As once the clock got going in the mercy rule, it went quickly. And don't know if you're keeping up, Galen, but that's 14 points in the first, 14 points in the second, and now 14 points in the third quarter. And the score is East Hamilton 42, Hixson Wildcats 0. So far so good, Galen. It's just been exactly what we were hoping and expecting, and
absolutely.
Coach Gatewood and the entire East Hamilton coaching staff's got to be pleased. You had a feeling the opportunity for a letdown was definitely there, but
absolutely.
they've not done it.
And that's been the concern every week, because we saw it a couple of times last year, but not this year. So far, watching our guys come out strong. Here's some scores for you.
While we got a minute for you guys, some scores. We got at the half, Howard 6, East Ridge 21. Let's get up to the start of this here. We got Unaka 0, Boyd Buchanan 34, third quarter. Ottawa 24, Bradley Central 17. Big game there. Again, McMinn County 6, Cleveland 14 in the third quarter. At the half, Copper Basin 23, Towns County 14. Again, our score 42 not in the third quarter. East Ridge 21-6 over Howard at the half. Marion County 12-zip over Grace Baptist in the second quarter. In the meantime, Isaiah Robinson running up the gut for about 3 yards, where it will be, I believe it's going to be third down. Meanwhile, some more scores of interest for you guys. McMinn Central 7, Kingston 21. Whitwell 0, Sequatchie County 21 at the half. Signal Mountain in a battle, leading 28-18 in the fourth quarter. Chattanooga Christian 7, Silverdale 27. Big battle there. Soddy Daisy 12, Walker Valley 42. I'm not sure what's happened to Soddy this year. And lots of games going on here locally. And it will be third in the long 6 for Hixson. Stepping back, Austin Gatewood blitzing on the play. I tell you what, poor Mr. Brown, he didn't even have his feet set, and Austin was on him. He ducked under the attack, but by that point it was way too late. A couple Canes got him for the sack, and loss of 5. It'll be 4th and 11 for the Canes.
Jesse Barfield getting in on that getting in on that sack there a little bit.
Back to punt again, Gil Brown for the Wildcats. Again, they put those 3 guys in the back, very typical, then runs them to the right, and he will probably run right and punt this ball on the snap. Francois, he almost got one.
He was pretty close to
That's
that
right.
one.
It was quite a kick. Unfortunately, it was way wide right and going out of bounds. Referee walking way up to the 36-yard line. Very interesting for those of you that aren't sure how that works. You have a side judge that stands on the out-of-bounds line, and the referee stands in the back, and he marks the ball, and where the two shall meet will be the out-of-bounds point. And he just keeps walking up the line till the referee tells him to stop. So it's a pretty neat system. First down, Hurricanes, and into the game for the Hurricanes, number 44, Caleb Rhodes. Very nice to see some subbing here. And I hope he gets the rest of the playing time. If not him, someone else. But also, I'm excited, Galen, to see Matt Valletta. If we can get some light lanes where he just is an exciting slashing runner with all sorts of speed. And again, part of the problem we have, or I don't want to say a problem, part of the opportunity, anytime Matt goes in there, it's almost always behind the second team offensive line. And, of course, that's why they're second team. They're learning, they're growing, they're younger, just not as big and strong. And Matt's usually getting hit right around the time he gets the ball or right at the line of scrimmage. And the other teams usually got their starters out.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate. The few times, as you know, Matt got in there behind the first team line, he's looked like a star in the making.
Very, very good. Bradley was a perfect example. After Matt had a wonderful kickoff return to give us great field position in the Bradley game at a time that really launched some more of our momentum, the coaches gave him an opportunity. We had a 2 or 3 touchdown lead. Matt went in there behind the first team and scored a 22-yard touchdown.
That's very good.
That, like you said, when he's gotten those opportunities, he has taken advantage of it.
And there's a little USC toss sweep to the right, and Matt found a crease and he turned it on, picked up about 14 quick yards for a first down right at midfield for the Canes. So nice hold by the offensive line and good running by Matt. He's taking both passes, and here we're going wide left, and Matt looking for some blocking. Nothing doing. Ooh, could have been a face mask, but no call. Ref was right there, apparently not. But it's a pickup of a quick 6 yards. And like I said, Matt wide left, just trying to find a hole. Hixson contained nicely, kind of stood him up. But it was a 6-yard gain. We'll take that every play. 2nd 4 from the 44 of Hixson. Canes ball on the drive again. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the 4th and final quarter. And quarter's going by quickly. Going up the middle is Matt Milletta. And very nice. Stuck his head in the hole. Just running hard. Matt, not the biggest guy, but he's certainly one of the quickest guys. And he gets it right down to the 41-yard line where it will be 3rd and 1 for the Canes. And Matt's been out there for 5 plays and had 5 handoffs. So I should say rushing attempts, had a couple pitches. But 3rd and 1 for the Canes. They
Matt
run double wide receivers and a tight end right.
Few players that was invited during his freshman year to come and dress out in some varsity games. Even did a little bit of long snapping, I believe, last year as a freshman, and in a few games actually got to run the ball as a 9th grader. Coach Gatewood and some of the other coaches really seeing something in him, felt like that could be developed, and boy, what a wise choice that was.
Wide receiver Deshaun Thomas coming into the game for the first time, I believe. He'll be way wide right, and he's got to back off. You got to tight end his side, and Canes ball, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, nothing doing. Hixson just smothered that play. Be lucky if they give him back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's good to see Hixson still firing off the ball and still bringing the effort this late in the game that is obviously out of control. They realize their season is not over. They're definitely going to have an opportunity to be in the playoffs, and so I'm sure that their coaches are emphasizing that to them, that they want to keep just working at getting better, even in the rest of a game like this.
Canes, 2nd and 10. Lamond Greer running tailback, running wild is what number 19's doing. Takes a pass or pitch wide right, scampering up the field for a quick 16 yards, and it's a first down for the Hurricanes at the 24-yard line of Hixson. We got 5:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Lamond coming back off, Milletta on, and just it's almost like he saw the green light and just right through it. So good running for Lamond, and first down for the Canes. Hixson's 24, traditional I formation. Hand off to Milletta, not much wide right, but he takes it up the middle, cuts back into the secondary, and slung down after about, oh my goodness, looks like 15 more yards. That was a quick 15,
Very
Galen,
good.
I tell you.
It was, and
Just
Matt
you
really.
give that guy a crease, and he is just hitting the holes nicely. You got to like that.
Coach Gatewood, what he says about him is that he's got a lot of wiggle. And,
He does
he
have
doesn't
wiggle.
take a lot of hits straight on. He keeps his feet moving all the time, and created something there once he got to the 2nd level.
1st and 10 for the Canes, 1st and goal. And the handoff is Matt Milletta, grabbed by the shirt in the backfield, searching, driving forward. So instead of a loss of 1, he picks up about 4 or 5 yards, gets to the 5-yard line. So that's a 3-yard gain, which should have been about a 2-yard loss, and that's just good leg drive, good effort by Matt. What'll be 2nd and goal from the 5, bringing the play in, number 11, Deshaun Thomas. Coming out of the game, Christian Lewis. Christian, one of tonight's captains, a nice little treat, little honor, and well-deserved. And one thing you've noticed, Galen, all these guys root for the other ones. It's not a
Absolutely.
me, I want to play. I think that at this point they just want to win.
They are very unified in their desire to win the district. You know, step 1, win the district, and then step 2, get deep into the playoffs. And step 3, they really believe that they can win a state championship, and they are just
have your goal, fight for it, keep it in focus.
That's it.
And so far, they're so good.
And there's been
a good example of Matt. You know, just he took the handoff at about the 13, and he was hit, and managed to get to the 9 and keep it to about a 4-yard loss instead of about a 7-yard loss. So I probably see that on film where somebody just missed a block because, you know, that's hard to get a handoff that deep and be hit immediately. So Matt, again, taking this one right up the gut, gets it from the 9 to the 5-yard line, possibly the 4, where it's going to be 4th down and goal to go. And I suspect they'll go for it. You know, you don't want to kick a field goal. That's kind of rubbing it in. And you're certainly not going to need, you know, try and score. If you do, great. If you don't, Hixson's pinned down deep in their own territory with what will be about 2.5 minutes for this next snap. Under center, Caleb. Long count, takes a handoff. Matt, nothing doing. Driving hard, though, and he scores.
And
Matt Maletta, I thought he
scores.
was, I thought he was stopped at about the 3. You know, he's not the tallest in stature, but golly,
well,
he
the
runs
second
hard
string offensive line created at least a little bit of a bubble there, just a little bit of a soft spot,
But
and it was enough for him to wedge his way through there. And like you said, he reached across the line of scrimmage,
you gotta like
along
his
the
effort.
goal
He
line.
was stopped, and not to be denied, Matt Maletta with 6 points, so into the game. Cameron Carter looking for point number 7. Snap, a high snap. Good catch by Tyler Lowry. He got it down just in time.
Absolutely.
Cameron Carter straight through the middle, and limping off again is Cameron Carter. He might be hurt. But
Boy,
you
even
know what? I
hurt,
don't know what Derek Dooley's doing tonight, but good grief. At least Cameron can make a point after. And
that's something we'd
woe
say
to
at our
my
house.
balls is he's just, I don't know what the deal is. You know, that's one thing. At pro level, college level, high school level, it's a point after try from the 2 or 3 yard line in the middle of the field. Should be able to make that. I'd be interested to see if Cameron kicks on this one. If he's truly hurt, it's not worth kicking it off. You know, he ought to set him down and let someone else kick. Can't see. Yeah, hey, we called that one. We're going to have a new kicker. Number 99, the backup kicker, Casey Malone. Malone, excuse me. No E on Malone. So
I
Casey
left off
Malone.
the E.
One slight problem. Thanks, Galen. I look like an idiot, but that's all right.
That was my fault.
Maybe I am. So, anyway, so we do have the backup kicker, and like I said, Cameron came limping off a couple point afters, and this time really loud. And you know, let's don't get hurt on a 49-0 game, and we're going to really need him before the year's over. And here's Casey Malone driving it down to the 15-yard line where it's fielded by Hixson's Gerald Jones. Jones takes it out to the 30 where he's knocked down by a host of Hurricanes. And nice to see someone else. And like I said, I would hope, or not hope, I would suspect somewhere before this season's over in the playoffs, we'll need Cameron Carter to make a big point after, a big field goal and something. And you certainly don't want him with a pulled quadricep or
and that is
hamstring
Casey
hurting.
Malone's first kick in a varsity football game of any kind. So not bad. Got it down to the 15-yard line on his kickoff. And
absolutely, this will be the last play of the game. And what better to do than to hand it to Pearden running wide left. And he's tripped up. Great play by number 31, Martez Dura. And that will be the ball game. Final score from Hurricane Hill. East Hamilton 49, Hixson 0. Ladies and gentlemen, got to say this game was kind of built up as the not two Titans, but two undefeateds with lots of nervousness, if you will, or uncertainty more than nervousness.
Exactly.
And I got to admit, Galen, they just put a whipping on the boys from across the river and showed who the more superior team was, at least on tonight's
Absolutely.
performance. Hixson, again, though, lots of juniors, lots of younger players, and you got to be looking for them next year as to be one of the favorites, as they are really young but really good. And
absolutely.
East
And you
Hamilton, just a fine performance across the board, the line, the
Everyone
skill positions, execution. The coaches made good plays. Just a nice win.
One thing I did notice, Curtis, is that really good news. Trey Herndon, who suffered a fractured hip in the Brainerd game, who wasn't supposed to be able to be out here at all until the playoffs, dressed out tonight. He wasn't getting to play. And
well, I didn't see him in uniform, but that's okay.
Yeah, number 21 is out there on the field. I saw him before the game.
Okay,
he didn't
great.
get in the game, but
they're not going to play
he
him
wanted
until
to
the
dress
playoffs.
out to support his
fellow teammates. Yeah,
and he
and
just
that is
wanted to
good.
dress out, even knowing that they weren't going to be allowed to play. He talked to him yesterday. They let him off the crutches, allowed him to start running. No contact yet, but he wanted to dress out, be on the sidelines with his teammates. Like you said, these players root for each other, and we will need Trey later on in the season. And
Trey, probably one of
healing.
the most athletic players we've got on the team. And I do see him over there in the crowd, and just really proud of Trey. Hopeful that he'll continue to heal quickly. It's 16, 17, 18 years old. Your body just recovers very quickly, and let's hope so for Trey. We're going to need him.
Absolutely.
He's just one of our better defensive players. But at the same time, lots of experience being gained by Martez and all the other defensive backs who are covering for him. And we are here, Hurricane Broadcasting Network. A couple quick announcements. It's not too late by any stretch of the imagination, as we will be having a fundraising golf tournament for the softball fields, as they're working hard to get tops on the dugouts. And that will be this Tuesday at Brown Acres. Registration 11:30, lunch 12, tee off at 1. It's a shotgun, only $75. And for you golfers out there like me, I'm a golf geek, they're usually $125 per player on up. So quite a deal for you golfers. Please come out. You can contact me or Mike Gamble or call Brown Acres or the school. We would love to have you out there and participate. And again, all proceeds will go to the softball team. And then one final note, fundraising-wise, is the hurricane party that's been going on since before the school will be rejuvenated or revived this year. It will be November the 10th. And for ticket information, feel free again to contact me. But Miss Henderson, Ashley Henderson, is in charge, and you can contact her through the school. And we appreciate you guys listening out there. Once again, the final score from Hurricane Hill, East Hamilton 49, Hixson 0. On behalf of Coach Michael Stone, CEO of this massive franchise system here, Galen Bell, and myself, Curtis Smith, have a safe weekend, good night, and we will see you guys next Friday night against the Tyner Rams.